if you ever find yourself saying, I don't care about something, I'm sorry, but you care. Because true not caring is, it doesn't even cross your mind. So I just have a little thought about saying you don't care as a means to convince yourself that you don't care, but you actually do care. This is a terrible intro, but I'm just gonna talk, all right? I'm just gonna talk. It'll make sense by the end of it, promise. So when I'm really upset and I'm overthinking about something, let's say someone hurt me and I'm like overthinking what they did and I'm like really upset that they hurt me, and like I'm crying a lot because I do cry a lot, and I just like can't get out of that state, and like all I want is for it to stop, because I do feel emotions really deeply, and like once I'm in a spiral, like I feel it. And so when I'm like sick of myself and I want to stop, I repeat in my head, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And I just keep saying that. And it does end up calming me. It's like you just keep telling yourself, I don't care, I don't care. And then you're not thinking about what it is that was making you upset. You're just thinking about that. I don't care, I don't care. And it's like a temporary pardon me, it's like a temporary numbness. Saying, like, once you're like in such a distraught state and then you keep telling yourself, I don't care, I don't care, and then it's like a numbness washes over you and you're like, oh, okay. And like, I don't want to say peace because it's not really peace, it's numb. And when I do that, I feel like that is the relief that I need. And I feel like I fixed it. And like, okay, I'm a genius. All I gotta do is tell myself I don't care, and then I don't care. Like, clever, right? But it doesn't last very long. Sometimes it lasts as little as 5 minutes, and then I'm just like crying in a heap again. So that's not actually what I do. I've realized that when I start overthinking again and crying again after telling myself I don't care, I actually start to tell myself that I do care. I go, you actually care a lot. This is how I do it. I go, no, you actually do care. You care a lot. That's why you're overthinking about it. That's why you're crying about it. Because that's why you're having all these visceral emotions about it. Because I actually do care. I care so much about this. And that is the point that the peace washes over me. Like, that is the point that I get this relief. And I think it's because the logical part of my brain is in line with the emotional part of my brain. Because when you think about it, when you're emotional and sad and everything, your logical part of your brain is telling you you don't care, you don't care, you don't care, because they want to help you get out of the distress that you're in. Like, good job, logical brain. But I've found that telling myself, no, actually you do care, like brings it to like an equilibrium, and like my logical part of my brain and emotional part of my brain are like in line, and then that's when I feel the peace. It's like, I understand there's a time and a place to be logical and emotional, but this, I think I try to force logic on emotions, that forcing logic is not going to help you. And this is like one example where it doesn't help. Like, saying to yourself that you don't care is actually the complete opposite. If you have to tell yourself that you don't care, then you do care. Like, because the thing about not caring is that you don't care. There's no thought behind it. It's complete apathy. You don't think about it. So if you ever find yourself saying, I don't care about something, I'm sorry, but you care. Because true not caring is, it doesn't even cross your mind. And like, if you're I know some people like hate when they're driving and they get stopped at a red light, because like, I don't know, people are impatient, they've got places to be, and you're like, oh, whatever, I don't care. Like, you obviously did care. Where as opposed to, I get stopped at like red lights, and I love driving everywhere. I always have like music blasting, windows down. Like when I drive, it's like a complete vibe. So when I get stopped at red lights, I don't even think that this is an inconvenience and that I don't care. I just stop and I just like sing my music and like look around. Like, I don't even think about it. Albeit I'm thinking about it now, but this is an example that I thought of. Like, I don't think about it because I actually don't care that I stopped at a red light, because it's not even in my consciousness. So that's like a little realization I had, that if you tell yourself you don't care, you actually do care. And it's not helpful if you're in emotional distress and you're trying to talk yourself out of it, convince yourself out of it. I think next time, maybe just try to just accept that you do care and that it's hurting you and that it's affecting you. Just like, and actually tell yourself, no, I actually do care. I actually care so much. And just see if it brings you peace. Because usually when I do this, I like cry a little bit longer, and then I'm like, yeah, I can't describe it. It's like a catharsis, like, washes over me. It's sort of, you have to try it. You just have to try it. But yeah, I liken it to, not liken it to, I explain it like the emotional part and the logical part is just like imbalance in your brain. And I think the resistance to accepting your emotions and what you're feeling causes more emotions and big feelings. So acceptance and acknowledgement is the like, is the way out of it, I think. So yes, I haven't actually tried yet doing this when I'm in like emotional distress and not going through the pipeline of telling myself I don't care to then going around to telling myself I do care. Like, I don't know if they're not saying to myself I don't care as part of the process, or it's a part that I need to eliminate. So next time I'll test it on myself. Next time I'm really upset, I will, when I think that I'm going to say I don't care, I'm just going to like switch it and say I do care. Like, I don't know if that will be quicker. I don't know if the I don't caring is a part of it. I don't know. I'm going to experiment with myself. Maybe you can too. But yeah, I think that's something that has helped me recently, to just admit it. Yeah. So that's my trick that I do. All right, thank you for listening. Bye. Just admit when you care. Because, I mean, actually, when you say you don't care, you actually kind of are admitting that you care anyway, but you're just confusing your brain. Sort of, yeah.